Folks, uh, Friday here for you, day 4 of the week for us as far as notes are concerned. Pretty quick, short lesson for you today. We're going to work some conversion reviews and do some practice stuff, and then you're going to get some time, a whole bunch of time to be able to finish labs. If you can get those in today, great, that'd be awesome. If they got to come in early next week, I get it too. All right. So without further ado, let's get it rolling here. All right. So when we're looking at conversions, I got a couple problems that I'm going to start off with you on here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is you've done conversions like this in the past. So I'm not really doing anything that's too grand, too new, too different for you. Okay. But I'm going to give you options. And that's the big thing for me is I want to make sure that you have the ability to kind of run these the way that you want to. Okay. So I got a Bugatti Veyron Super Sport, went 265.7. How fast is this in meters per second? And then the speed of sound is 342 meters per second. How fast is that in miles per hour? Now, because our conversion factor here is listed like this, so if you check that out, so as you see that conversion factor, you don't have to do too much heavy hitting stoichiometry or anything like that from chemistry class. And to be honest, solve this however you want to. So let me show you what I mean. So for the top one, this is one way to do it. This is that stoichiometry way, right? We start with 265.7 up here, right? And then we take our miles per hour, which we have right there, and we put on the bottom of that fraction on the other side, right? On the top, we know we want to go 2 meters per second like that there. So what ends up happening is we use that conversion factor that we talked about over here, and we're going to drop that in there. So for the miles per hour, it's signified by 2.237, which goes right here for us, right? And then we see that that's 1 meter per second for that, right? Multiply my top, so multiply the top here. All right, so multiply those two, 265.7 times 1 divided by 2.37. We end up finding that that thing's going to be going at about 119 meters every second. All right, so just think, when that thing's at top speed, you take 119 meter sticks, lay them down. It takes 1 second for the Bugatti Veyron to hit or go past that thing. Pretty crazy, right? Now, the bottom one, I'm going to show you a little different setup for this one. Okay. Now, notice here, the setup is a little bit more unique than the previous one was. So what I have here is I have my meters per second side. All right. They gave me 343 meters per second. So because they gave me that, I just put that on the top as my known, right? Up on the top here in the previous problem, I'm still using that 1 meter per second. So there's my known, right? There's the conversion factor right there. Okay, over here, I don't know how many miles per hour because it's asking for how fast is it in miles per hour, right? So because I don't know that, that goes in the same spot as the given information in the problem. So notice on the top here, that's where that question mark is, right? Same level, so to speak. Come on, work with me now. There we go, right? Okay, that's bad, sorry. Trying to make arrows. Khan Academy's not calling me just yet, so we're trying to figure it out, okay? But on the bottom then, what we see is that I've got 2.237 miles per hour. Again, that's one of the knowns from the previous problem. Please know you don't have to memorize any of these numbers. If we're going to ask you for conversions or to do conversions, we will give those numbers to you so that you have those. You just have to be able to apply them. That's a big deal for us right now. It's just being able to apply stuff. Okay. So when we run this one now, the difference in this one comes in the fact that now we're going to cross multiply, right? So we're going to multiply that, and then we're going to loop this thing around and divide by the 1, okay? That's a bad divide sign. There we go, that's better. All right, so it'd be 343 times 2.237, and then divide that by 1. All right, so we end up seeing it's about 767 miles per hour is the speed of sound, also known as Mach 1. Okay, so those are two different ways that we can do it. I do have a third way for you to be able to do it. So this is these are Atlas stones. They're used in like some CrossFit stuff, some World's Strongest Man stuff. They basically are cement spheres, okay? What you're seeing here is an assortment of them, and that's all in kilograms, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, pick one you think you could lift. That's what we're looking at. Just pick one. For me, myself, I think I could get one of those 70s off the ground, all right? So what we know is here, we've got the 1 kilogram, right? 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Okay? So when we go to do this, what we're going to see now is, notice the subtle difference here. All right? Last time I was running one of these, my kilograms were all on the same side, right? Here, this is my unknown. This is my information from the problem. So if all of a sudden you picked 30, you picked 150, you picked 90, you picked 50, you picked whatever, that number is going to go right here on the top, right? In this case, we're trying to find pounds. So because we're trying to find pounds, that's going to be my unknown right there, all right? Over here, this is my conversion factor. So this is what they gave me in this area over here, right? So I got 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Now notice on the top here, see how I got kgs here? Sorry, let me make that a little bit more fine. And I got kgs here, right? Those are going to be on the same level. The one on the right is the known kind of conversion for it. The one on the left is what we're using from the problem. On the bottom here now, see, we also have for ourselves here pounds, right? So I got 2.2 pounds. And I got pounds right there as well on the left side, right? Again, trying to make sure that those are on the same level. Both are in the denominator, so to speak, all right? At this point in time, I don't know how many pounds I have or how many pounds that represents. That's 70 kilograms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply, right? So that's my cross, that's my x, multiply there. And then I'm going to wrap this and I'm going to divide that thing by 1 basically, okay? So 70 times 2.2, that's 154 pounds that we're going to try and lift off the ground there. I might be able to get that one going there. That's going to be real heavy though. I might not. I might need to see a chiropractor for that one. So, all right. Again, if you use the 30, it would be 30 times 2.2. If you use the 150, that's 150 times 2.2. Okay. So again, 3 different ways. What you saw here in the top one up here, is doing a chemistry style with stoichiometry. The bottom one on this page or on this slide is showing you to keep the units the same on top and bottom. Keep the units the same on top and bottom on both sides, and then cross and divide. Over here, what we see is this one, we put the unknowns on one side, we put the known quantities on the other side. Honestly, folks, however you do conversions, I'm good at. If you don't show a ton of work, that's okay too. All right. But it does help me to give at least a little bit of understanding of your path and how you're working this. Okay. If you got questions with conversions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm hopeful that conversions aren't too bad for you. Okay. All right. So that's really what I wanted to get through today. So what I have for you for the remaining portion of our time together here, use as much as you need, finish up labs, submit them. All right. If you're having issues with labs, trying to submit them and get them to me, zip me an email. All right. I should be able to, in the latter portion of the hour, get back to you as quick as I can. My goal is to start grading those, start looking at those, start putting some scores in for you folks into campus. Okay. I won't grade those in Schoology. You'll see scores in campus more than you'll see anything else. All right. You should be able to at least turn in 1-2. Hopefully you're able to turn in 1-1. If you're still working on 1-3, get me that as soon as you can. All right. If it's tomorrow, great. Otherwise, I'll take it sometime early next week too. That's absolutely fine. Homework is available to you. Answer keys went up online, went up on Instagram. Sorry, they took a little longer. I didn't realize that it didn't submit from my phone when I had it in class, but I think you can do section 1-1 and 1-3. So if you're done with labs and you got a few extra minutes, crank out section 1. Or if you got a few extra minutes and you want to go through section 3, because likely what you're going to see is that those are going to be quiz questions. All right. Section 1-1 will have some have some set up in some questions like it. Section 1.3 will have some like it as well. Your quiz is not Monday. Remember, it's Tuesday. So it's Tuesday of next week. Okay. Um, and then with labs, figure out what works for you. If you're going to use Notability, I'm okay with that. If you're going to use Google Docs, that's fine. If you're just going to use, if you're going to write them out on a piece of paper and then, insert that image onto the Google Doc, that's great too. I'm fine with all of those options. Whatever works best for you will work for me. Okay. But otherwise, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you get some time to kind of relax and chill out. Because definitely after the first week here, hopefully you probably need it just like I do. Okay. It's been a good week. I look forward to next week with us, and we'll go on from there. Okay. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon and talk to you gals soon too. All right. See ya. Bye bye.